get to the end of our semester, and if you guys have been paying attention, hopefully, this semester has all been about the creed, and most of you have it on your little boxes. So we get to the end of it, and it says, I believe in the resurrection of the body and life everlasting. Amen. It's literally like the last line of the creed. So it's kind of fitting that it's the last night in our semester, because next week we get to play video games. And this, I believe in the resurrection and life everlasting, is kind of like the heavy kind of thing, because we're talking about death and what happens after that. And I know a lot of us probably have a lot of questions about things like heaven and what happens to our bodies and all those weird things. And that's great and that's awesome. We may not have all the answers for you tonight, so we're gonna try and answer some of these questions for you. You guys are gonna have an opportunity later on in your small groups to write down the questions. So I'll just ask you guys just to hold on to those questions. I may answer them for you, I may not, but you will have a chance later to answer. But specifically, we're going to talk about what the church teaches about life after death and the resurrection. So your soul, in case you didn't know this, is immortal. Did you get that right?
Yes. No.
So it can't die. That's okay. But at some point, we're all going to die. So when we die, what happens is that our soul leaves our bodies, it separates from our bodies and goes up to meet God, and our bodies kind of stay behind. They always do when they stay behind. Thank you. I was going to say decay.
Shall we further specify?
No.
They break down.
Okay, biology students, no, it's okay.
Eat them up.
Unless you're cremated, but so what happens at that time, so your soul goes up to heaven, and you're either united with God forever in heaven, or you're not united with him, and you're separated forever, and you're down in hell. Or you sort of spend an undetermined amount of time in purgatory. So what this is called, the Catechism calls this particular judgment. But it doesn't the story doesn't kind of stop right there. It keeps going. So as Catholics and as followers of Christ, we believe that when Jesus returns in glory, all of his followers are going to be resurrected with him. So this means that our souls and our glorified bodies will be united. So those who have done good will be resurrected in a new life. And those who have done evil things will resurrect to judgment. And this is what is referred to as the last judgment. So I know there's a lot of speculation. When's Jesus going to return? The end of the world. Maybe the Mayans have it right. I have no idea. My theory is as long as... Oh, it's...
Will it never end?
I just say as long as I'm dead. But anyway, we truthfully have no idea when Jesus is going to return. I can't wait to see this video.
That's right.
But when he does return, all the dead will rise. Cool. Like, are you picturing this in your head?
Yeah. Zombies.
And they will be judged, and we will be judged.
I thought it was zombies.
Just stay with me, guys. Stay with me. So the living and the dead will be judged when Jesus returns. And the world as we know it right now, like if Jesus arrived right now in the middle of the Edge night, that'd be crazy.
Cool. Like, my grandpa would be alive again.
It'd be cool. We would have this last judgment going on, and the world as we know it would cease to exist, and God would create a new heaven and a new earth. No. Hold on.
You're right
Stay
here.
with me, guys.
Now you put your eye in it.
So the whole part of this Jesus coming again and creating a new heaven and a new earth is all part of God's plan for creation.
Sign it.
So you're all like, what does this mean? What is resurrected body? Am I a zombie? What up with this? You're not a zombie.
How?
So Jesus made it possible for the resurrection. Correct?
Can't do it.
Why did he make it possible? Because he was the first one to rise from the dead, right? On the third day, he was dead for like 3 days. So on the third day, he rose from the dead in his resurrected body. But did he have the same body that he had when he was walking around before he was dead?
Yes. No.
Yes.
Has gone back to him.
Okay.
Changed his life around.
Are we stuck with the same body, do you think, when we will be resurrected?
No. We'll be able to use slimy.
No. Here's the answer for you.
But that doesn't prove
Here's the
anything.
answer.
He chose the same body all over again.
Yes. And no.
Maybe.
What is what? No? Did you say?
Yes and no.
Lynn's burned us all.
Oh.
Okay, so Brad kind of said it. So we know that Jesus had the body that he had when he was living because of that, right? Thomas and the apostles, like they saw his wounds in his hands and in his feet. They lived like stuck their hands.
Ew. Ew, it's disgusting. I'm gonna puke now.
Gross.
Oh,
That's why it's called doubting Thomas. But the thing that you guys have to know, it's his body, yes. But if you recall the stories of when he rose, the people that knew him didn't recognize him. And why didn't they recognize him? Mary Magdalene, Simon Peter, the disciples that were walking with him to Emmaus, didn't recognize him at all. You know, they're like walking down the street and they're like walking with this guy and this guy's like, hey, why are you so like, what's up? Why are you upset? And they're like, dude, like Jesus of Nazareth is like dead. You're living under a rock? And they're like, hello. And they're just walking with Jesus. But they don't know it's Jesus. Why don't they know it's Jesus?
Because he has a different appearance.
Yes and no. He, according to the catechism, this is what the catechism says. They didn't recognize him because in the resurrection, our lowly body will change into his glorious body. Resurrected body, glorified body, what is she talking about? Okay, now. So do you guys remember the story, or have you ever heard the story of the Transfiguration?
No. What is that?
No. Is that what they call it? I don't know.
Yeah, that's what they call it.
It's a subject called Transfiguration. It's a class subject.
Yeah.
They turn rats into teacups and stuff like that.
That was disgusting.
Okay, well, that's not what I'm talking about.
I figured.
But anyway, we'll sue. Okay, so in the Transfiguration, Jesus is with Peter and James and John, and they go up like to a mountaintop, and Jesus has like a moment in which he's with Moses and Elijah, and he like.
Or Elijah and Moses, depending on who you
Oh
read.
yeah, sorry. And he like glows and has like this like beautiful crazy experience happen, and it's like it's kind of how I think of it. So this is kind of like what your glorified body is going to be like. So after the resurrection, you know, Jesus appeared and disappeared kind of as he wished. You guys kind of like how they were talking about in the skit, you know, like, you walk through walls, man. Like, can you imagine, like, you don't have to, like, open a door? That's just pretty cool. And he can sort of appear, like, he would, at the beginning when he was appearing to the disciples, and they didn't recognize him, as soon as they were like, that's Jesus, he was gone. Like, when he was with those guys on the road with Emmaus, and they stop and they eat supper, and they recognize him and breaking the bed, as soon as they knew it, he was gone. Because he's God in his glorified body. He disappeared. Right. Except, so the thing to remember is that he's still in his same body, even though it's glorified, because he was still able to do things like walk and breathe and eat and drink. Right? With that?
Oh.
Sure.